Steve Kirkham, Director of Athletics for UCCS. You're tuned in to the Lions Den, the official source of UCCS sports.
Uh-oh. Had to do it. You a fool for this one, Peasy. Right. Yeah. Split P.I. Dub, y'all already know what's up. And of course,
she the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you. She the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you.
seems like I'm programmed to leave and then come back. She understand this life I lead and I love that. But I don't wanna lose whatever we have. Addicted to love, I need rehab. But that don't mean that we can't have some fun, be friends. Try to deny the fact that I'm seeing these reasons. But she got everything but me. And I'll probably be exclusive, but that right there ain't the truth. Cause my other girlfriend is music and her boyfriend is a loser. I'm out for love and other drugs. Take my breath and hand away. Do some crazy stuff that gives me no choice but to have to stay. You different girl, I have to say. Had no games I had to play. Make me think that we gon' see each other till we pass away. Cause
Shawty right there, she got everything I need.
and I want everything I see.
She the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you. She the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you.
And that's why I try to leave, I hit that 180. And I always come back, yeah, that's my baby. But like a boomerang, she throw me off, that it's been crazy. And when I'm away, I realize how she play me, man. But she beautiful like a daisy. But I swear that she be heavy, she hold it down on the daily. You think she Jodeci, cause she forever my lady. And I swear that love is crap, you would think she from the 80s. And yeah, and I'm ballin' like I always have. But she my better half, when I'm down she had my back. Yeah, we got that love that will always last. Better put that hyphen in your name, but I'll never dash. Nah, and it's going down like an underpass. And I caught me a dime like I'm playing with Nash.
She's got everything I need.
And I want everything I see. Peace.
She the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you. She the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you.
Be away but never stay away. Living in the moment, I ain't on that day to day. Have somebody down even when you about to fall. That's just me, they gon' be there through it all. Just like my career, we don't have any labels. Changing all the time, but between us we stable. Leave, baby, she barely, but I'll be back. Boomerang, yeah, I'll always be there. Tell him, Carter.
She the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you. She the one I'm always coming back to. I'm just like a boomerang. Tell me, is it bad to have somebody out there that's always down to catch you? Always down to catch you. Always down to catch you.
University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. Radio.uccs.edu.
Hi, everybody. This is Jeannie Ortega, and you're listening to UCCS Radio. Hi, everyone. This is Nina Story, and you are listening to UCCS Radio.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're tuned in to the Lion's Den, the official source for UCCS Sports. Martin, do you know who that artist was when we cut to break there on that song?
I did not know we were blessed with so much talent on the basketball team.
That's right. Martin, that was a local artist, Split. He came out with a new album, Remade, this past week, and it's a great album, Martin, I gotta say. And featured on that song was Jordan Carter and Alan Paul.
Dang.
Yep. Members of the UCCS basketball team, or formerly of the basketball team,
that's
in
right.
Alan Paul's case. But either way, big stuff going down for UCCS.
I didn't know these guys could sing. We should have gotten them on.
I know, they could have recorded something live in our studios right here on the Lion's Den.
I know, they could have given us a little sample.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
I could have been spitting out some mad beats.
I would love to hear that. I mean,
and he could sing to that.
Yeah, maybe
Yes.
Martin, maybe. The malign Martin Hines with some sick beats.
Some bebop beats.
That's right, some bebop beats.
Whatever they are, I don't, you know.
Yeah,
I can.
Whatever the kids are doing these days.
Yeah, the kids, you know, like.
It's all about the kids.
What's up?
That's right.
See, that was a little sample there. Little
Improv.
sample mix, yeah.
Some improv beats from Martin the Malign Hines.
That's right, little sample beats.
Look for that on the radio soon. It's going to be on Magic next week.
Magic, yes.
Magic FM. All right,
I'll need some magic to actually do that.
to pull that off. That's right. Well, Martin, we got to cover a few more things here on the Lion's Den because the UCCS golf team has a RMAC Golfer of the Week. Did you know that?
I did not.
You didn't? You can check GoMountainLions.com, Martin, and all the millions and millions of listening Lions for all these updates all week long. But we're going to give you the scoop right here on the Lions Den because it was senior Kevin Whitty who earned the RMAC Men's Golfer of the Week honors this past week. He finished last week, Martin, we talked about this, when they went down to Austin, Texas to participate in the St. Edwards Invitational. And Whitty finished second in that invitational. So obviously he had a good showing, and as a result, Golfer of the Week.
You know, but other than all those great things, my question would be if he was on this show, if he is witty. Is he witty? That's what I would want to know.
At least on the golf course.
Yes. So he was lights out. He was absolutely lights out for UCCS.
Well,
I think he probably got some Tex-Mex down there. You know,
it's all about the Tex-Mex.
It probably is. I'm telling you, that's what probably helped our team. They went down there, they had some Tex-Mex.
You can get some Tex-Mex right here in Colorado.
Not like Texas Tex-Mex. You gotta go down there and get some, and they have plenty of those places down in Austin, but they probably had great weather. You know, I mean, these guys are, here's the thing. These guys we get a lot of wind here. They're used to trying to adjust and play against wind, and I know it affects those golf games, and they probably go down there in nice weather. They're just killing it, you know?
Well, from what I heard about the St. Edwards Invitational, it was a tough terrain over the course of the 3 days. Really rough greens. And, not a lot of give there. So, the ball just rolls and rolls.
Yeah.
But Whitty was able to compensate because he finished with a 3-round score of 215. He shot 67 for 5 under par in the first round and led after the second round. And he was the only golfer to shoot under 70 in the first 2 rounds.
That's good. Like, he did a good job.
He did. Well, that's why he's Golfer of the Week.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, to shoot under 70, that's impressive.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
Well, the third day, Grant Dean led the field on that particular day, shooting 8 over par. I mean, so you can tell there that the weather wasn't the most ideal for golfing, but Whitty was able to compensate as he did finish second in that tournament. So congratulations to him. And Martin?
Yes.
Well, we have our own award that we're going to have to hand out soon. But before we do that, we gotta talk about the fact that as a result of being Golfer of the Week, Whitty and his fellow teammates get to go to Grand Canyon for spring break.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That is
so
sweet.
they're going this week, right, in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, they're going to start their invitational there next Monday, which is the first official day of spring break here at UCCS. So they'll be in action next week. And we'll cover the show on next week's show because, Martin, we're not going anywhere crazy for spring break, right? You're not, are you?
No, I'm not
Well,
going
I'm
anywhere.
not.
I'm not
Are you?
going
Are you going anywhere crazy?
I'm not going anywhere. We asked our listeners, though, to tweet or Facebook about what they're going to do this weekend.
Well, I'm
or
getting,
this week, next week. I mean,
you know
for
how
spring
crazy
break.
things are going to get?
What?
I'm getting my cat neutered.
Wow.
That's how out of hand it's getting.
That's exciting to report. But these guys get to go to the Thunderbird Invitational, and I think
a name.
Well, I'm just saying, I think they'll do well if they stay away from the Thunderbird.
Well,
because you don't want to be partaking in the Thunderbird while you're playing at the Thunderbird Invitational, because you may have some pretty high score. I mean, some people play good when they're little tipsy.
Well, I think for Mr. Whitty, it's going to be a homecoming of sorts because he's from Phoenix, Arizona. So, I mean, for him, I
wonder if he's played at the course that they're playing at.
I bet he has. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, so he probably has some familiarity already with where they're going to be playing in this tournament. So, I mean, golfer of the week had a good showing in Texas. He's going back home. Spring break. I mean, you could have.
He's getting probably some home cooking.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's good for him. Good for him.
That's right. That's right. Well, Martin, you know what else is good for Kevin Whitty?
What?
The fact that he's going to be our.
Oh, okay, he is.
Why not, Martin?
Yes.
Who else you got?
I was hoping Corey Colpins was going to be.
Oh, well, we already passed up that segment. So, the Shining Lion is Mr. Whitty, Kevin Whitty. Golfer of the week, Martin.
No, I know. That's pretty good. Golf is such a hard game.
Golf is
he deserves it.
It's very hard to hit that little ball. Have you tried? I consider myself somewhat of an athlete, and that is very difficult to hit that little ball, and I feel kind of silly that I can't hit it.
Yeah, and you got to think about these guys play here in Colorado where it's snowing. It's cold and snowing for most of the time. It's not like they're playing down in Florida, they're playing in Arizona or Texas.
Seasonal.
These guys, I mean, they're good despite the fact that, they have a shorter window to practice probably, because I mean, it's hard to play golf when there's snow on the course.
That's true.
But these guys are good.
Well,
and they've got a great coach, by the way. He's just phenomenal.
Phil Trujillo.
Yeah, we are lucky, and we
the longest tenured coach here at UCCS for any sport.
Yeah. I mean, is there any better job in America than being a golf coach? I mean, you get paid to coach golf and play golf and be around golf all the time.
Travel to all these
travel to golf places.
Not like Alamosa, not like Greeley.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wouldn't want to go there, but I'm saying that's your job.
But Austin.
Golf.
Or
golf.
Yeah. Or the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. I could think of worse things.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah,
I agree.
He was good.
Well, so congratulations to Kevin Whitty, who is the RMAC Golfer of the Week. And even more prestigious than that, he's our Shining Lion. So congratulations, Mr. Whitty, and enjoy your spring break. Back at home in Phoenix, Arizona next week. And Martin will report on how he is doing and the rest of the golf team is doing in 1 week right here on the Lions Den. So stay tuned for all that. But we got a little bit more action to cover, Martin, because we had some more sports for UCCS in action this past weekend, as both the men's and women's track and field team was also in action. They just had their outdoor championship a couple weeks ago, but track and field is unique in the sense that once that championship is over, now they start the indoor season. So they're right back into it, Martin.
They're always running.
They're always running.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
what they do.
Intense.
They run.
They run.
They run.
They do run. They run a lot. And they do other things like pole vault and do.
Oh, okay. There's other sports.
There are other sports. Well, track and field. Right.
Okay.
Not just track and more track.
Yeah.
Or not just running and running. So,
yes.
Yeah, they do other things like the pole vault, or at least some of them do, like Alex Colvin, who cleared 10 feet 11 3/4 inches to finish second in her event over this past weekend, as that event took place in Boulder, Colorado. Good old Boulder.
Yeah, the Boulder. That's just a different place up there.
It's a whole nother world in Boulder.
Yeah.
You been to Boulder?
I have not. I've just heard.
So how do you know?
I've just heard.
Oh, the rumor mill.
Yeah.
Spinning about Boulder.
I'd like to go see for myself, though, I think.
Well,
Yes.
you could.
Yes.
Our sports information director, Jared Werner, went up to Boulder and saw some of this action live.
Yeah.
You could have hitched a ride with him.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
That would have been a
Nice
fun
long road trip with Jared Werner.
Yeah, with J-Bone.
The J-Bone.
That's right.
I don't know. What would we talk about? We would talk about all kinds of sports, probably.
CCS sports.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the common bond there.
Yes,
Yeah,
the commonality.
But yeah, you could have went and seen Alex Colvin finish second in the pole vault, because that's a great showing. And in any event, Martin second place. I mean, that's something to write home about.
Well, they had good competition. You know, they had to compete. They competed hard.
They're competitors, Martin.
They are
That's
competitors.
what they do.
Yes, they are.
That is what they do. That is what Alex does, and she does it quite well.
Yes, she is a competitor.
She's a competitor?
She's a competitor.
She's a competitor. That's right, Martin. Well, she'll be back in action next week as they're going to head to Greeley, Colorado for another competition. It was supposed to be at CSU Pueblo, but a lack of sufficient working staff hampered that meet this weekend in Pueblo. So that got canceled. They're heading to Greeley.
Okay.
But, I mean, Pueblo, Greeley, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
One's a little farther. But if you're talking spring break desired destinations, I don't know if either one of them rank in, the top 1,000.
We're going to get some hate mail from
Pueblo?
Yeah, from Pueblo probably.
Well, if the millions and millions of listening Lions are seeping out to Pueblo, that's a good thing. So hit us up. Let us know if you don't like it.
Well, we always try and stir up a little controversy here.
Well, Martin does anyways.
But I mean, let's be honest here. Greeley and Pueblo for spring break.
See, that's what I'm saying. I want
Come on now.
I want to be on the golf team. They go to such nicer places.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean, if people are complaining, why not come to Pueblo or Greeley for spring break? Are you serious?
Well, I mean, you got the Riverwalk, I guess, in Pueblo. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I guess.
That is nice.
Yeah. Isn't there like
you can go play in the water there in the river.
Yeah, isn't there some ammunitions dump out there you could go visit too? And
the Pueblo Reservoir.
Oh yeah, woo!
They got a reservoir.
Yeah, that's the Well, I don't know. So Pueblo. I haven't spent a whole lot of time there. I mean, here's the thing: there are probably good average Americans down there in Pueblo. So I'll say
My
that.
sister lives in Pueblo.
Yeah, so there are good people in Pueblo. I'm just saying, it's not a place for wanting to go visit.
No.
Not a lot to see there.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to meet up with my sister to hang out, I'll have her meet me halfway and we'll hang out at a truck stop or something before I go all the way. I'm just kidding.
Let's go down to the truck stop down in Pueblo. We're going to go hang out. Come on, kids, get in the van. We're going to go down there.
That's spring break.
Yep. Where'd you get, hey, Johnny, where'd you go for spring break? Oh, we went down, we went to the Quick and Go down at the truck stop down in Pueblo, and we got some Stuckey's, peanut rolls, and we got some biscuits and some gravy and stuff out there. It was great.
By the way you described your father earlier on in the show, I would have imagined your spring breaks were not quite like that. But we'll get into that another time, because before we go, we still got to talk about men's indoor track and field, because they did well too. Martin, the team of Jonathan Wright, Ryan Buchanan, Nathan Weeks, and Alan Ford ran 3 minutes and 20 seconds and defeated the top Air Force team this weekend by nearly 3 seconds. How about that?
That's what I'm talking. Finish that sentence, because I know where you're going with that.
Anytime you can beat Air Force, that's something to talk about.
That's right. We punked those guys. we took them to school.
Those D1 dudes.
That's right.
That's right.
Air Force little cadet punks.
Yeah.
All right, so see, we're making people mad in Pueblo at Air Force, Greeley.
We better get out of here before they kick us out of the studio.
I know, they'll be lining up like waiting to beat us up outside the studio. Like, some girl here is listening, right, and her boyfriend goes to Air Force. Did you hear what those guys at the Lions Den were saying about you?
Well, at least that means that people are listening, right?
Hey, we're competing with Air Force. There you go.
I mean, we competed with them, but it didn't look like they were much competition.
Yeah. So
got them.
Yeah.
Got them.
We're much better.
Yeah. We got him.
That's right.
Well, Martin, so that was a great showing by the men's indoor track and field team, but they weren't the only ones in action in that tournament, as UCCS had another team of Sam Marsh, Chris Ulam, Mark Hensley, and Andre Young. They finished third in the event, so, I mean, stacked. Talk about stacked. UCCS is stacked, and I'll tell you what, Mark Mish and David Harmer have done a brilliant job of stacking that roster. Martin, they are phenomenal.
Well, they're good at going out and getting just top quality athletes, and I think it helps when you have a solid program, right? And I mean,
well, that helps with recruiting always.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're starting to see across the board here at UCCS is we start winning a little bit, so we get better recruits. Those better recruits help us win more, which means we get more better recruits. Well, I mean, it's a cycle.
And MJ, if you look at most of the sports, right, that we've been covering, I mean, if you look at the softball team, they have such a great young core of players like Cornfiend and you have just
Corey.
Yeah, I mean, just great. So
I didn't mention this. TJ Floodman, 13 game on base streak right now. That's big time too.
And I mean, you look at that. You got that and women's basketball. They're all.
Stacked.
I mean, one senior on that team.
Stacked.
How about the men's team? They didn't have a great record, but two great. I mean, we had the RMAC Freshman of the Year, which was, or the Rookie of the Year, which was great. So we had, I mean, Derek White. We have Derek White and we have Alex Welsh.
Well, that's
two
right,
young
Martin,
guys.
Somebody we didn't even talk about as Trayshawn Wilford, who has signed with us at UCCS for next season, was the MVP this past weekend and led his team to the CHSAA 5A Boys Men's Basketball Championship. He had 21 points and 9 rebounds, nearly a double-double. So you talk about that. I mean, everywhere you look, Martin, we're
that's
stacked.
the thing. Even in the track and field, they have great athletes. Golf. I mean, it's just
They got Martin and MJ doing the Lions Den. I mean, this place is loaded.
Yes,
that's right, Martin. Well, Martin, it's about that time. As sad as it is, it always comes about this time every week where we got to go. And before we go, we always do the thing. You got to do the thing so I can tell them about stuff.
What to watch for.
That's right. We got to say what to watch for because UCCS has a lot of sports competition this weekend. It starts with the track and field hitting up the Tom Brinich Invitational in Greeley, Colorado. That will begin on Friday at 10 a.m. And then softball will be in action on Saturday at noon against New Mexico Highlands, followed by a game at 2 o'clock. That series will conclude on Sunday with 2 more games, and then after that, golf will be in action at the Grand Canyon Thunderbirds Invitational starting on March 25th, which is next Monday. So stay tuned for more information and results from all that. You can check GoMountainLions.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and be back in 1 week for another live edition of the Lions Den. Till next time, with the maligned Martin Hines, I'm MJ Arjamandi, and go Mountain Lions!